I'm sure America felt much safer knowing that you were in jail. What was it like being in jail for 9 months?
Well, it was actually quite nice because the jail I was in was originally built for the Watergate Nixon crew. You know, the Republican, all those Republicans that went to jail in the Watergate. Well, the jail was designed for Republicans, so it was pretty posh. You know, there was no fences around it, and it had, you know, doors on the bathrooms. And
at the stations, they asked me, what kind of jail was it? I said, it was exactly the kind of jail they're building for Republicans. You know the ones they built for Watergate? Remember Nixon and Haldeman and all those criminals when they went to jail? Those Republicans that went to jail? Well, this is the same jail I was in, and they're making it bigger because you got guys like Abramoff and DeLay and all these criminals, you know, and you know, the Enron people, all these Bushies, they're going to jail.
And then I would have got a longer sentence, but they don't really have room because they got this other Republican administration, you know, with Tom DeLay and Abramoff and Libby and all those guys that are now, they're looking at jail time.
So they let you out early so they can let them in.
Yeah, because there's so many Republicans, you know, going to jail or almost going to jail that you know, they have to get all the, you know, the real criminals out.
Right. So, but you didn't see yourself as a real criminal, did you?
No. Well, you know, compared to them, you know, I was, you know, compared to the Republicans, there's no one's a real criminal. You know? Yeah. They really, you know, they really wrote the book on criminality, those guys.
So what happened to you was wrong. How do we stop? How do you see that we can stop this kind of stuff from going on for people like you and innocent people who are patients or just recreation are still being thrown? 700,000 people a year arrested. Yeah. How do we stop it?
I'm talking to everybody that I can talk to. I'm on television. I'm selling a book. I'm everywhere telling them what assholes Bush and the boys are. And I'll be like Cher in her farewell tour, man. It's not going to end. You know, because they even said to me, aren't you over that yet? I said, no.
Well, you have to realize that you can't really fight these people because they're equipped to handle a fight. You know, that's one thing they're good at is going to war. You know, they're not very good at winning them. You know, in fact, they haven't won one yet. You know, in fact, so that's what you have to do. You don't fight them. You just have to wait. And actually, what you do, you wait and let Mother Nature kick their butt because Mother Nature's doing a good job. If you look at Katrina and all the hurricanes and all the disasters that we've had since Bush and them have been in power. See, it's not a coincidence. You see. Oh. Because, no, it's not a coincidence. In fact, I'll tell you a little story. The bikers up in Sturgis were camped on this Indian ground. They were desecrating this holy native Indian grounds. And so the Indians asked them to move, and they wouldn't do it. And so then the Indians, they got together and they held a rain dance. And for the whole week that Sturgis was there, the whole week, it rained. But only on that campground. It didn't rain anywhere else but on that campground. And the bikers were in the mud and everything else. So nature is connected to us.
Are you saying that the sins of the Bush administration were visited upon New Orleans?
Well, it looks that way, doesn't it?
As comedians, what we do, we find truth. And when we find truth, we find the funny part of that truth. Okay, so thanks again.